downstairs, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yours truly here. So we've got 7 of us are right here, not making kirtan noise downstairs, but making kirtan noise upstairs if we glorify the Lord. So let us glorify the Lord. And you need to turn your microphone off, Kumkumdi. We'll just say together. Oh, you're frozen. You're frozen. Okay, but who's frozen?
Yeah.
Oh, they are frozen. It's not us because I'm on a different thing.
Okay.
Ora Sarati. So Italy is frozen. Rasarati Devidasi, welcome. We are remembering you. Really, we are remembering you here. And I'm happy that you've been able to join us because, as you know, we're in Puri.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I hope the world is treating you okay.
Yeah, Maya is not, how to say, an easy reality, but the mantra is always. I try to be in the mantra.
Yes, we must. Actually, there's no other way. And when we have like no direct association, and when we have no mobile phone or mobile phone connection to draw away our attention from other things, then we realize, well, what have I got? The Maha Mantra. So we must take shelter of the Maha Mantra always, in all circumstances. Okay, Rasarati. So we're just going to begin with our mini Vandanam. And so with the microphones off, we can say slowly together. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Deva Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Shakam Vidanscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Svalakaya Chashuran Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakapatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauravatrise Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura. And in the distance, you can make that so you can see all of you in Chintamani Devidasi. Because we won't be able to move the main camera to Chintamani. She's sitting way out left or out right, something like this. And so we are broadcasting, we're on Facebook, and we are here on Zoom. And so happily with obeisances to you all. And we've got quite a lot of the regulars of Back to Basics right here in Puri, and making the most of being able to chant in Kirtan together. Here it's 6:30 or now 6:40 or something like that, 6:35 in the evening. So the Arati began at 6, and they did Tulsi Puja as we were coming up to join with you. And they're running on with the evening program downstairs with Keshavananda Prabhu, Paramananda Prabhu, Sri Lekha Devi Dasi, Sachi Devi Dasi, Kum Devi Dasi. Oh no, she's here on the Zoom, Jessie. But with lots of the devotees downstairs. And I think our hope again of this Zoom is to try to just share the flavor, maybe on, you could say, a personal level, because I know that you're seeing the activities, the links that are coming up on the web. You're seeing the activities that are taking place more or less over here. But on a personal level, we've got persons to share something about their feeling, etc. here. But before we do that, we can come to Kumkum Devi Rasi, who would be absolutely floating in the sky, in the clouds, if she were here, but she is rendering valuable seva there in Vila Govinda and being practical in her travels and being realistic for what the body can manage at this stage. So Kumkum Devi Rasi is there, and associates. So you can give a little in separation, news in separation.
Yeah. Okay. And Dandabat Maharaj, you can hear? Okay. And you can see also Leela Mrita is here, and she and her husband Prapana Nitai have been here for some time, also helping tremendously. And of course, Manindra Mohan Prabhu and Krishna Kanta Didi, and from next door, Dave, Chinmoy Dave Prabhu, and see, who cooked such a nice lunch today and is doing huge amounts, so much more than usual. And somehow or other still fitting in her own personal requirements for work, etc. But many guests are coming, and one of the main things that we do, though, is discuss all of the media that is coming from there with the news, and we're astounded at the association, the all of the wonderful activities that are going on, and can hardly believe that it seems like many lifetimes worth of experiences are coming for all of the devotees there and entering their hearts, not just as memories, which is always nice. And we look forward to hearing those, Shama Priya, next time you're here. But the hearts, we can tell everybody's face looks so effulgent and happy. Mm-hmm. And so what we can pick up is extremely good for us. And with all of the many programs going on, I'm very much admiring how Manindra Mohan Prabhu and Krishna Kanta, even without Madhurananda Prabhu, who is arriving sometime today, I believe, and Shanti Moy coming back too. I just can't believe how they can keep such a vivacious temple still going, and everyone feels very dynamic, and the deities just looking so beautiful. But the principal mood is what is so impressive to me, seeing how it's all about what does Gurudev want and how can we make him happy. So therefore, everybody here is always happy because that's what they're thinking. I did think earlier today about the upcoming Nityananda Triyodashi. And I could read a little excerpt from his pastimes from the glories of Lord Nityananda. Would that be suitable?
It would indeed. We always are happy to glorify Nityananda Prabhu, and we're building up to Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day with this festival that we're holding here, like the climax, the ending of it all is like ending with a bang, ending with the Nityananda's appearance day festival. So this will help the build up.
Okay. Well, we're really treated with what Srila Gurudev tells about his, and I put it, where did I put it? So sorry, a little bit disorganized here. Perhaps it's on this one. Nope. Krishna search. I was reading in, my apologies, Maharaj.
I'm not sure if the Nectarian Glories of Nityananda is in the Krishna Search. Is it there?
You know, I'm realizing that actually where I was reading it was in just downloads. So I'm trying to open
PDF.
my,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, I have here. There we are.
Oh, well done.
So in this section in the beginning, where many of his simple, straightforward pastimes are given when he was very young, I am thinking of the one where he's taken by a sannyasi. And I don't know if a lot of people get to hear that one enough, but I can just read this here. When Nityananda Prabhu was just 12 years old, a sannyasi came to his father's house. As soon as the sannyasi saw young Nityananda, he immediately understood that he was not an ordinary boy and felt he could not leave Nityananda Prabhu's association. The sannyasi fainted to see Nityananda Prabhu and finally asked his father, Hadai Pandit, I am going to many pilgrimage places, and it is my prayer that you give this boy to me as an associate servitor. Hearing this was like a thunderbolt to Hadai Pandit. Hadai Pandit was beside himself to hear that, and he fainted. Nityananda Prabhu was the very joy of his life. But at that time, religion was very strong within the mind of everyone. It was a custom that if any sannyasi, especially any Vaishnava sannyasi, wants anything, one's son or even one's own life or anything, the people are giving everything to that sannyasi. Nityananda Prabhu was more than life to Hridai Pandit, his father, but that was the custom. Hadai Pandit felt he could never leave his only son, Nityananda, but he also felt he could not say, no, I cannot leave Nityananda. So finally he considered, the sannyasi has prayed, and we must fulfill his desire. He could not deny the sannyasi's demand, and finally he gave Nityananda Prabhu to that sannyasi. After giving away Nityananda, Hridai Pandit was like a puggle man, half mad in separation, and Mother Padmavati fainted, but still they gave away Nityananda Prabhu. In this way, Nityananda Prabhu left his house when he was 12 years old. His pastimes were miraculous, and he was an avadut from childhood. He did not care. He went with that sannyasi and toured the whole of India. Some say that sannyasi was Madhavendra Puri, and some say he was another sannyasi, but it is certain that later Nityananda met Madhavendra Puri in the pilgrimage places. It is not clear who the sannyasi was, but no doubt he was a great personality, and Nityananda Prabhu served him. We think it was Madhavendra Puri, but later we know that Nityananda Prabhu and Madhavendra Puri could understand each other easily, and Madhavendra Puri accepted Nityananda Prabhu by divine will as his disciple.
Happy and sad.
Can't understand that kind of happiness, can't understand that kind of sadness, but we just want to keep hearing.
The glories of Nityananda. Yes. Hare Krishna. And
Well,
in remembrance of collecting in Calcutta. And some of you know, when we would go collecting in Calcutta and we're asking donations, we'd explain something to the people, the person at the desk, to the whoever it was. We'd explain what we're doing, and then they'd sit there and say, and, or then, like that, just one word. Like, so what's to follow? Give us a donation. So anyway, yes. So Nityananda's appearance day is coming, And this is one of the early pastimes of Nityananda. But in his village, there, by the way, this is Gurudev speaking. I think you all understand that nectarian glories of Nityananda, Nityananda Mahimamrita book. It's a small book, but actually it would be bigger if the lines are further apart. It's a condensed small book with lots of writing inside. And this is Gurudev. And Gurudev was very happy with that book, by the way. It means some of the content kind of needs a little re-editing. It was made quite quickly, so the English may not always so perfectly coming through. But Srila Gurudev said that now the end part of the very end of my life, now some service to Nityananda is come to me with this book, that he's giving some glories of Nityananda with this book, and with the manifestation of the temple at Nityananda's birthplace, which is known as Virachandrapur. Today, Eka Chakra is the name, the Sanskrit name, but Virachandrapur is the name of that village today, named after Nityananda's son, Virachandra. And Virachandra, it is told, not only told, it's told by Gurudev, but it is recorded through the scripture, Virachandra was even more merciful than Nityananda, which makes us wonder, how much more merciful can a soul be, can anybody be than Nityananda? But he was like super glorious, and the town there, or village, it's not a town, it's just really a village with one street, but street means, until recently, a road that you had to go on by bullock cart to get there, with like bomb craters, looking like bomb craters, not real bomb craters, but with big holes in the road. And to get there from Navadip, in the modern world, when our devotees would go, sometimes they very much wanted to go, it would take them 2 days to get there, because one day they would get to a place which I just can't quite remember the name of, but it's the last town, the last village before you take the smaller road to Eka Chakra. But it'll take them a day to get to that village, and then in the evening not to go to Eka Chakra at that time, because the Gundas, the worshipable residents of the district, they would rob from anybody who's going along that road in the evening. So anyway, the place, Virachandrapur, there the temple of Shri Nitai Chaitanya Dev, gradually or quickly, in a short time, manifested, and Gurudev was very happy about that. But this happened at the very end of Srila Gurudev's manifest pastimes, that the ashram building came, first savor to the devotees, and then the Nat Mandir, the big hall for the dancing and singing, came, and then the year after Gurudev disappeared, then on this day that's coming up after 2 days, then on that day was the installation of the deities in the temple part, the temple. So the Nat Mandir, as in Navadip, is a separate building from the temple. So Gurudev was very happy with that this book came, and that the temple and the development came, the ashram came in Eka Chakra, right at the end of his life. But here we're hearing about the early part of his life. Nityananda was brought up there, and we note that actually here Gurudev said he was an avadut from childhood. Nityananda Prabhu. He's an avadut from childhood, but he was absolutely adored by all the residents, the parents, the other children, everything. And he was a very good boy. We are told he is such a good boy. He, with his boy group, they would put on not necessarily plays, but in playing, as children play with plastic cars or something in the modern age, they would play the Leelas of Ramachandra and of Varahadev, whose appearance is tomorrow. They would play all these Leelas, and the people of the village, they think, how can he understand this? How does he know what these pastimes are? And so anyway, he was super adored by everybody in the village. And then later on, when he's being taken everywhere, and Avadut also, it means absolutely detached from this world. And hence we've got that description that Nityananda Prabhu, at 12 years old, he wasn't crying, Mommy, Mommy, Daddy, Daddy, I'm going to be leaving you. He was detached. Okay, now my duty, I'm being taken by this sannyasi, and no, I want this, I want that. None of that. No, nothing of this world. And so he left from home, and then, as we know, at least when he came to Mahaprabhu, when after touring and quite some time, came to Mahaprabhu into his association, that time still Nimai Pandit's association, then all kinds of unexpected behavior from him. Like he'd be so detached, he would turn up in the assembly with everybody completely naked, not even like noticing he's naked or anything. So he grew up into quite a different kind of nature. He was very good as a young boy, and then when he grew up to be like a grown-up Avadut, he had all kinds of nature, which we have seen. Whereas Mahaprabhu, he grew up as a naughty boy, as it were, in the village of Mayapur and in Navadip. But then he, in his like grown-up pastimes, then he's playing the part of the perfect example and the perfect sannyas. And he would absolutely declare that Nityananda, he may not be showing this perfect grown-up life of a devotee, but he is more than that, like this. So the different natures of different personalities. And then, of course, Advaita Acharya, another nature. Then Garadha Pandit, another nature. And then so many of the associates. We've got so many associates which are listed in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Everybody has their own nature. And this we are hearing of that detached nature from birth. So that aspect of the Avadut nature. But we hear that as a child, he was so well behaved and so obedient. I'm not sure about stealing pastimes when he was a child. But Nimai and Krishna, they both were doing some stealing. I'm not sure. Somehow in the back of my mind, I do remember there were perhaps some stealing pastimes of yogurt or something. But probably, we can say probably enacting Krishna's Leela. After all, he knew the Leela of Ramachandra and everything instinctively. So with his boyfriends, they were probably the boy circle. They probably, if they did do that, they probably say, well, we were just playing the role of Anyhow, beautiful, very beautiful. And on that day here, because of we won't meet before Nityananda's appearance day, we are going to go to the temple here of Rishi Nitai Chaitanya to again visit. We've been already. But we'll be having the main festival here. And in fact, we're going to have devotees, volunteers, decorate the the area where we have prasadam. And prasadam, the food here, we are offering, it's all pure veg, and we are offering to Giriraj and to Guru Gauranga Gandharva Govinda Sundar. So as temple life, we are following here and explaining to Giriraj. Please accept it is for the devotees. So they're going to decorate that with some garlands, etc., as a Nat Mandir, as a temple. And really, wherever we are, then we want to be in the mood of Navadip, and we want to do some service and have some preparation this way. So tomorrow is the Adivas Day here, and of course the Adivas Day with all of you. Yes, all of you here. Only in Hawaii will it not be the Adivas. I think Hawaii is still on yesterday. Anyway, I'm not sure about that. But there we are. So Kumkum Devidasi's got us already into the Nityananda glorification mode, and it's a Saturday, so it will be also a day when the local devotees can come and attend. We're talking about Italy here. It's
Perhaps Anindita and Jai Shekhar Prabhu also will be able to pop over.
Oh yes, they said they would. They told we will be there for that festival. And by the way, so today is the Adivas day of, well, tomorrow it always is. Today is always the day before tomorrow. But tomorrow is the appearance day of Varaha Dev. So it's the Adivas, it's the day before Varaha Dev's appearance. And so, we can have just a little remembrance to say that tomorrow it is again on the calendar a fasting day. It begins by saying fast, but fast until the worship of Varahadev is complete, and there is a before a certain time. And here in India, it's after sunrise, which is the normal breaking fast time is after sunrise and before a certain time. And in India, it's 9 something. So it's a very a normal kind of breaking fast time, if you like. But we should try to observe that. And that worship of Varahadev means some specific extra worship of the deities wherever we are, or of a picture of the deities that we worship. It doesn't mean that we go out and buy a deity or a model of Varahadev and make a separate altar. His worship will be his glorification, and that will be done in the temple, and something little extra can be offered in the name of Varahadev. But the real worship will be in glorification. So that's coming up tomorrow. And just to let you know, even before the devotees here know, because we haven't announced it yet, because there wasn't enough time since the end of the Aarti to coming up here. But after this, we'll go down and let them know. Tomorrow is Friday, and so we hope not too busy at the Jagannath temple. And so we hope that Jagannath will be kind and give us the opportunity to have our morning program, where we had the morning program on our first day, which is we go to the Jagannath temple with Sankirtan, and then there are a couple of places, but the best, really, he gave us the best place was nobody there, and others can be there, it's public, but a place which actually is surely made for Hari Katar and Hari Kirtan. It's a very suitable place. And so on our first full day, we went there. And tomorrow will be not our last full day, but the last full day will be Nityananda's appearance day, which is where we will go to our temple and have a different program. And also Saturday, I've been here now for 2 weekends, because I came to Puri before the main group came down. And both weekends, it's been, to me, extraordinarily busy at the Jagannath temple. And since I was here last, which was 2020, the beginning of the COVID, then there's been extensive rebuilding of the whole area around the Jagannath temple. The temple and the walls, everything is as it is, but it was a little, should we misuse the word, like ragamag development of the roads and little shops and guest houses and impromptu, accommodation and things all around the temple. And that's all been cleared away. And when we were here at the beginning of 2020, then there were big bulldozers knocking down the illegal constructions and everything. And I was surprised that they were able to do that without a riot. I think if it was in Bengal, there would have been a riot. But the result of that is they've been working and they've made a very presentable, clean area that is patrolled. Patrolled with many security or people who whatever they are, but security. They're not letting anybody do business and make the place dirty, spit, throw rubbish on the ground. They're really doing a very good job to keep it clean and presentable. But also notable is that at that time, there was a minimum arrangement for queuing to get into the temple for darshan. Minimal arrangement. But this time, on all 4 entrances to the Jagannath temple, one on each side of the compound, they've got organized queues, which like Z, most of you have been to immigration somewhere along the way in the airport, or the check-in for the security, and you walk this way, then back, then this way, then back, and you've only actually walked a few meters, but you walked a long way. And so they've got this kind of system at every gate, 4 gates, and lots and lots of people. Somehow there's been as they say, quantum leap in the number of pilgrims coming for Lord Jagannath Darshan. And of course, devotees have been asking about, when you were here with Gurudev, tell us some stories, this, that, and other. And of course, we're very happy to say stories. But one noticeable thing when Gurudev was here, I drove Gurudev to near the gate, parked the car just on the side of the Grand Road, almost opposite not exactly opposite, but very nearby, without any difficulty. It wasn't like full of cars. In fact, ours were probably only 2 or 3 cars there in the morning taking Gurudev. He's going inside for darshan, and I'm waiting near the car. Or waiting, not even near the car, I'm waiting outside. But he's just walking to the Lion Gate and then going up the stair, inside the temple. And that was kind of the general way on general days. That's how people are going. And of course, Rath Yatra time, there's some different restriction. But now there's so many people during the week. And so it's an observation from me about how many people are coming. And the beach, as they say, sea beach. The sea beach has got so many people. And I've not even been there on the sea beach in the evening. But that's when it also becomes alive with all these stalls. So when we are going down there, we see many stalls, a small little wooden things for shopping. In the night, that's when it all becomes alive, more alive. So we are seeing many people. This morning we left at what time? 6:30. We left at 6:30 a.m. from here, and it's only not even 2 hours, 10 minutes to the beach. And then we walked all the way along the beach, all the way, if anyone's ever been here and done it, all the way to where the river, there's one small river that comes in. And it's a fairly long walk. But for probably 2 kilometers, the beach was substantially packed with people at 6:37 in the morning.
Wow.
And then in the evening, but now if somebody goes there, it'll be more than substantially packed because they've got all those stalls are open. And the stalls are not open in the morning because they don't think there are enough people. Or maybe people don't spend money early in the morning. But anyhow, there's a lot of people here. And in Jagannath Puri, we're always remembering, so many people, but we're thinking actually probably most of these people who come to Puri on holiday, yes, but probably most of them have queued up and had darshan of Jagannath. And how is it that there are big queues? Because people want to have darshan of the Lord. So it's refreshing to see that kind of mood rather than, of course, where we are in the Western world, where it's rare for there to be a place where there is a deity of the Lord, and even rarer that there's going to be queues of people to come to have darshan of the Lord. So, as one of our dear devotees said, we are the majority, but we're living in the Western world in a minority region. We're the majority, living in a minority region. So anyway, I'm actually hoping that devotees can share their own experiences. You are seeing many things, so we don't want to repeat things that are taking place here. You've got lots of talks and questions and answers, etc. There. But here you have with you live so many devotees. So I'm going to try to stop speaking and I'm going to pass on to the devotees. And we can start with who's right behind us, because we always tell devotees, try to sit in the camera. So Sevarupa is right in the center of the camera. So let's move the camera. And the camera stand is a chair. So, it's easier to move the devotee. Okay, let's move the devotee to the chair. Okay, so Sevarupa is going to share something from her heart and transport you all to the Jagannath, the devotional Jagannath Puri.
Dandava pranams.
Hello.
Maybe if anybody has any questions or wants me to speak about anything in particular, Hare Krishna to everyone.
Well, I do. I want to speak about sure.
Vimo Krishna Prabhu, I think you were reaching for your microphone. No, okay. So, all right. So, okay, about pilgrimage, when Kumkum Didi, you were reading the about Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes, and I remember from our journeys when we were in Navadvip, there was a little, like a brahmachari, I can't say brahmachari, but a little kid that I think Krishna Priya Didi was saying that he could have been 8 or maybe between 8 and 10 years old, but he had told his parents, who are from Jagannath Puri, to that he doesn't want to go back with them home. He wants to stay at the mat. I mean, he's a little kid, and this is so, we don't see things like this back home, and we only hear about it from scriptures. And he's so enthusiastic, listening, playing the cartels, and he was friends with another little boy there. So sweet. And where Maharaj is saying that about being the majority, here everyone's devotees. So it's so refreshing to be in an environment that everyone's chanting, everyone's so enthusiastic about praying, about worshiping. Yeah, it is very beautiful. We're having lots of nourishing talks from our great Vaishnavas here. And we get to spend every moment, every day in Harikatha, Hari Kirtan, Hari Prasadam. So it's very beautiful, glorious, wonderful. And at the same time, there's a lot of, let's say, internal work that's also being done. as with being in a holy dham, in a holy place with Gurudev and the devotees and Krishna consciousness. It is a lot of internal work. So there's a lot of that also happening. And I've also been told that this journey continues even after you've attended a pilgrimage like this. The journey still continues. And I'm so grateful and thankful and have to remind myself as well that I've always seen, I've seen this coming into the line of Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Math, seen this online and being amazed by it and felt like, oh, I want to do this. I want to be at those places. I want to also go there. And yes, so many years later, and in reality, it's actually happening.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol and Jai Gurudev and Jai to all the Vaishnavas.
We were saying it's almost like we found a button on the keyboard while using Zoom that we can press this button and the devotees arrive. Because we have our Zoom like participants here. And I wish we could do that, by the way. I wish we could do that and then like, jump out. But we'll do our best through the hearts. The button is going to be the hearts of the devotees. So volunteer. And we have Vrindavaneshri at the far end here. She sneaked in. Oh, she's volunteering too?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Very good.
I heard my name from my Gurudev. All I can do is to come on.
Okay.
So then I lots everybody.
Oh.
Well, my first time in India, something that I will never forget was what about the devotees. I think meeting some devotees in the temple of the Gaudiya Math were something that makes me made some mark. I can say, I almost can say that it was the most important part of knowing India, be with the devotees, and in this, I can never explain in my life what I'm living now with my Gurudev in this holy place, but. Maybe someday I used to talk that everything I see, everything I live here, it's in the cloud. Sometimes, if with the mercy of the Lord, I could do the download because now I look like wow, it's really happened. But I could present a incredible scene just nearby in a rooftop, a lady. A senhora mais velha, an old, como que eu falo senhora?
Babushka.
Babushka. An old lady.
Grandma,
an old lady. Just in the morning, I came to see girls, my friends here, and then I look at the temple, the Jagannatha temple, and in the rooftop came this old lady with a plate, some food. And I saw all the time she offering her food, but it takes so long time, and I feel connected because myself at least, I can be respectful. I can observe what it's recommended. I can offer my prasad in my house, but in a respectful way. She was doing it with a lovely way. No wonder with the time. And she stayed so many times there looking at the Jagannath temple. And when she was come back to her house, it was so slowly, like if I don't want you to go far from the Jagannath temple, the vision of the Jagannath temple. And so till now, it was an incredible thing to see and to feel that devotion. And it's what I now can make this match. What is respectful, what is from heart, lovely devotion, and that I could see here at this time. So I want to share this
Giant.
debates.
And if it's the same roof, which it may be, then they also have Tulsi there on the roof. And that's the same roof this way. Anyway, I saw that there's Tulsi there, and I saw the opposite. I saw a young girl. I mean, not very young, but a young girl looking after Tulsi in a very sweet way on that same roof. So anyway, beautiful things. Okay, so we had the happy volunteer and the others bursting to say something.
I can see.
From, huh?
I can.
You can, okay. So here's Kamala from New York. Just see, planet New York.
Thunderbots devotees. So to be honest, being in Puri, I have mixed feelings because on the one hand, it's extremely wonderful to be with Gurudev and the devotees here in the Dham and to see all the people practicing devotional life on the streets and seeing the names of the Lord everywhere you go, and it's really exciting. But on the other hand, I can understand how truly far away I am from being even able to grasp what is devotion, because when we were visiting these places, Gambhir and the most I can say is wow, like that's the most I can do, and it's like I can't even grasp the slightest of really like how important and profound these places are. So it's extremely humbling as well.
Jai.
Actually, there's a quote from Gurudev during his visit here to Puri in 2001, which you probably were present for. I could read it if you don't
Please
mind.
read, yes.
Okay.
Please do.
So this is Gurudev speaking. When I am coming to Puri Dham, I am first going to Jagannath, no doubt. But I am telling Jagannath, Jagannath, I am present here. You please see me. I cannot see your divine form, but you, please see my presence here. Just like in school attendance, I am giving my acknowledgement. I am here, you see me, sir. When I shall get the proper vision by the grace of Lord Jagannath and by his devotees' mercy, then it will come upon my head and open my eyes through their mercy. Om Gyantam Randasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. By the grace of Gurudev, we will get transcendental vision and will be able to see everything as the play of the sweet absolute. Our situation at present is that we are trying to practice by mixing with material energy, but real practice will come when we get back our transcendental home with transcendental vision, with transcendental energy. Then everything will be perfect. Mahaprabhu is looking at Jagannath as Lord Krishna with his flute, and there is Baladev and Subhadra. Mahaprabhu is thinking, I am in Kurukshetra, and Krishna is in front of me. This expression is given by Mahaprabhu during the Ratha Yatra festival, and through that we can understand the mood of union and separation. Mahaprabhu revealed the mood of separation of Radharani with Krishna when she said, Krishna is in front of me, and I am that same Radha in union with my beloved, but I am not satisfied here. I want to go back to Vrindavan, where the Yamuna River, the Kadamba tree, the flower garden, and the Sakis, and everything for the satisfaction of Krishna is existing there in Kunjalila. I want to take my Krishna back there. That is the mood of separation shown by Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna, but who is enriched with the love and devotion, heart and halo of Radharani. This is that place, Kurukshetra, and by the grace of Jagannath and the devotees, it is possible to feel it. Here is Gambhir, where Mahaprabhu showed by his pastimes for 12 years the mood of separation from Krishna. Our devotees are so fortunate that they have got something of that feeling and are going to Gambhir, thinking about the pastimes of Sriman Mahaprabhu. They are doing the Jagannath temple parikrama. It is my feeling that within this period, in this mundane situation, we have actually got too much fortune. First, the need to see the Lord is coming to those who are sincere seekers. But many devotees are also asking, have you seen Krishna? Can you show us Krishna? Who is Krishna? These types of questions are coming from the devotees. But actually, if they will get some light and strength of devotion, then they will search. Where is my service? Krishna is everywhere, but service is not everywhere. There must be some special service for me to the Lord. Where is that part for me? They do not want to see Krishna, but they want service to Lord Krishna. That type of feeling will come to the devotee.
And that's a big reminder for us all here.
Thank you.
And actually, yes, actually beautiful. I mean, really, that's a big reminder. And yes, I probably was here. The thing is, I'd have to check and see. But yes, Gurudev in Puri, really, he was showing what is being a devotee more than like being the Acharya, if you like. In Navadip, he's looking, oh, going to see me. Oh dear, sorry. In Navadip, no, he's being the devotee, but he's the master. He is the master. It's just a natural situation in Navadip. But in Puri, he was very much in the devotional part. A master is also a devotee, but he was very much in that devoted mood. And you can feel and hear from that excerpt. Which book was that from?
I don't know. It's from SES Ma. It's just a post on it.
Okay. We can find it easily. Yeah, because that's a good one for us all to remember and read. And tomorrow we're going to be at that Jagannath temple, as I mentioned to you. Jai. And the Gambhira is so near. Haridas Thakur's Samadhi is so, not Samadhi, Bhajan Kutir is so near. Well, his Samadhi is not so far away. And one thing that we noted, that our view, actually your view, if you could see through the wall here, is to the Jagannath temple domes, and it's almost the same as the same view that Haridas Thakur had from the Bokul, just a few degrees different. His Siddha Bokul is over there, just a bit to the left as we're looking in this direction. So very amazing. And we have to always remind ourselves of this fortune. Okay, more volunteers. We seem to be going through our volunteers. And we have another volunteer who's been speaking all afternoon, who will share something with you in a moment too.
Dhanavad, dear devotees. Well, what can I say? I'm here and I still can't believe it. Unfortunately, I'm only able to see with my external eyes, but it is so amazing to get to be at the places we've been reading through Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it's really special and amazing. And as Kumkum mentioned, that it will not only be in our memories, but my memory plays a lot with me. So I do hope that a drop sinks in my heart or some seed, so I can take that forever. And by the mercy of Gurudev and all the Vaishnavas, I'm here and I'm getting to listen to this and get to know these places. And it has been really amazing. And that's it. What else can I say?
Jai.
Gurudev. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna. And by the way, I have been, by the grace of Lord Jagannath, the grace of the Lord, to Puri several times. But certainly my first being in Puri is there with me from that beginning until now, I have to say. It made an impression on me, even though I had practically no idea of anything. So, well, it's not this young man who I was actually referring to, but he's come in front of the camera as an eager volunteer So here's Leelamoy Prabhu, also representing Brazil. And we've got Anangalata Didi with us from Brazil here with us too. Late in the, oh no, it's not late in the evening. It's morning time now, yes. So beautiful.
Okay.
Yes, today if you like, say a few words.
I'll try.
Ah.
So something related with Nityananda Prabhu. When we are in Navadvip, we went to the island of Godrumadvip, in the place that later on Bhaktivinoda Thakur lived there for a while, I think. And there was the same place that Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur, they lived there they stayed there and they started this wave of Harinam distribution, the holy names. Yeah, I'm correct, something like this. The place that Bhaktivinoda Thakur, same house. Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't
And
know.
yeah, it's a beautiful place. And this Godrumadvip, that most famous pastime happened in the deliverance of Jagai and Madai by the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, the original guru, the most merciful, and in this distribution mood, always giving us mercy and mercy, and it's up to us to accept the mercy or not. So keep going. And beautiful days, beautiful places that we've been, and then we're going to be. Unfortunately, the pilgrimage is coming to an end, but we have a lot of things to do, and you're always keeping like that, always connected online, and that's the way that we get our nourishment, being connect with each other. Yeah.
Govinda. And by the way, I haven't heard that before, that was when Nityananda and Mahaprabhu were. So I'm not sure. Huh? Haridas Thakur and Nityananda were in place of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house.
The Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house.
Anyway, I just mentioned, I haven't. You've heard it. Okay, Paramananda was here and he's our next speaker, so he can confirm that and I can't. So this, just to mention, because we are cautious about what is told, because some things are stories, and even in Navadip some things are stories. So I'm just letting you know that. And this is poor Paramananda Prabhu. He's got, as they say in Bengal, a broken neck with very sore throat. And here's so Paramananda.
Dandavats for being with all of you by heart. And Vilama Prabhu was just mentioned, unfortunately, it's coming to an end, but I'm thinking it was just a trial edition. It's a teaser for what is to come next year's. And actually, we have a devotee. He's very enthusiastic. His name is Suresh Krishna Prabhu from Latvia. He planned parikrama for every year, starting from next year till 1956. 2056. So it's all planned out. And yes, Lama Prabhu was mentioning it's a place of Nityananda Prabhu's unconditional distribution of mercy, where he established Namahat. That's why we're singing Nadia Godrume Nityananda Mahajanam Patiyachi Namahata Jiviragajan. So that's the place where the first place, a market of holy name was established by Nityananda Prabhu. And we know in the beginning he was assisted by Haridas Thakur before he moved to Jagannath Puri to stay here till the very end. And then they went to preach everywhere, and Nadia met Jagai Mathai and so many other people. I don't know what to say. I've been speaking recently. Any questions, any themes to discuss?
So about Nityananda and being in Godrumdi. Yes, in Godrumdi, but at Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house. I haven't heard that before. That's the right one. That was the part.
Godrum.
Godrum,
Godrum
yes.
was
Yes.
but Surabi Kunj especially. Surabi Kunj is indicated.
Well, Surabhi, yes. Okay.
The two
Okay.
places of
Everything is
Bhaktivinoda Thakur's house is one is Surabi Kunj, the early place where he stayed for some years, some say 15 years. And then a later house called Swananda Sukanda Kunj, which is a few meters down the road, where most of the original building was actually preserved, and now they're expanding and renovating it.
And we're talking of Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his pastimes, and we are here in Puri, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, of course, here he was in the government service, and one of his services was to administer or to stop corruption or prevent it from starting, maybe, corruption at the Jagannath temple. And so Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was born here, so therefore Mom and Dad are here, and means Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his wife. So that place we went to yesterday, stopped outside, and some devotees got the opportunity to go inside a few days ago. And yesterday, well, as you know, you follow the routes, but we did go all the way down from the Jagannath temple to the Gundicha temple, and very happily with Sankirtan all the way. So joyful. And we've got so many devotees here, and it's much easier to go now than during the Rath Yatra time, because there are a lot of people down there on the ground. And actually to do Harinam Sankirtan with the crowds is quite tricky in the modern age. So
also we have a luxury of actually seeing the temple of Lord Jagannath from where we are.
Easily, one round away.
And that reminded
maybe
reminded me about how when Haridas Thakur came to Puri, Mahaprabhu asked Kasi Mishra, who was the superintendent of the temple at that time, who took care of all the necessities of Mahaprabhu's Parshads, companions, to give him a place. And then after some discussions, this place was indicated, Sitabakul, and a little secluded place, a little bit far away from the center of the town, because Haridas Thakur considered himself, in his humility, considered himself to be a very low person born in Yavana family. And he didn't want to touch any of the servitors of Lord Jagannath, even by accident. So he preferred to stay on the outskirts of the city. And from there, Mahaprabhu pointed, and they said, Haridas, you can see the temple of the Lord Jagannath, and you can pay obeisances every day to the chakra of the temple. That will be good practice. Then you can have a darshan of Lord Jagannath. In such way it was indicated. From there at the moment, because everything is overbuilt. But from here we can see it very clearly.
Okay, so let us not have Paramanandru break his neck anymore, as the Bengalis would say. Already broken. And if you wish, we can just take you down, and you can spy on what's happening downstairs with the devotees, and we'll also go down. Oh, here's Chintamani looking through the window behind.
See the temple.
And yes, and actually, here there is, like what they call a suite, is it? There's a room on one side, room on the other side, and in the middle is like a living room. And so Leela Moy Prabhu will take his computer through and show you the Jagannath temple, which is fully visible there, fully visible on the roof and on the rooms on that other side of the building, west-facing rooms, looking straight towards the Dwara side, the east facing of the Jagannath temple. So they just ran inside to make sure everything was tidy. But maybe Leela Moifu will go through and show the ceiling as they go through to the window. He do that. Okay, dear devotees. Okay, so now we'll say not our goodbyes. And I don't understand these devotees saying the festival is ending soon. We've got lots of things to do before the festival ends. And anyway, we've got lots of things going to be happening these next couple of days. And today it was pointed out, we had 3 programs, only 3 things to do today. But the day was non-stop from beginning to end. So, don't think we're all having a holiday. We're having a hard work at this holy day, holiday, which is actually where the word comes from in English. Okay, Chintamani Devi Dasi, we can see you through the window. Okay, so are you ready for Leela Moitu? Okay, so now you see, and I know on the video it looks further away, and Paramanandru did not believe when I was here. He's saying he's thinking it's so far away because I told him it's 1 round of japa and a few seconds, and he's thinking I'm doing Vaishnava exaggeration or Vaishnava, but it is. So just do understand that what you're going to see, it's not distant, it is actually quite near. Okay. Dandavat, dear devotees, Jai, wonderful Srila Gurudev, wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj, wonderful Srila Prabhupada, without whom we would have no idea about any of this, or we'd have no idea, full stop, about anything. So all glories to our divine masters, all glories to Srila Haridas Thakur, all glories to our Rupanuga Guru Vaga, to our devotee association who are all here today, here on Zoom, on Facebook in the recorded version, and all glories to all the devotees everywhere. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya Vrinda, the carriers of that main current coming down from Sri Chaitanya Saraswat, from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and to the world. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Vipa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Now I'm putting you in the hands of Leela Moy Prabhu, and he's going to remember, isn't he, when he goes down to the room to change the microphone for the live musicians, so that it hopefully won't sound too bad. And I think they're still playing. I think I heard the mridanga a few minutes ago. Anyway, I'm putting you in Leela Moy Prabhu's hands, and now Jagannath Darshan, and then you'll be able to meet with the devotees downstairs. Here's Leela Moy.
Okay, I'll be your guide.
Okay, got it.
So this is the corridor of our okay, this is the hall. Okay, this is the window. This is Chintamani. Darshan of Chintamani for you all. And right on there, it's very small to see, but it's right there on the background. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It seems very, very small. Okay, I highlighted the video, maybe you can see clearly. But anyway, this is the darshan of the Jagannath domes, the Jagannath chakra, where Haridas Thakur took his darshan, and we are taking our darshan here from our window, our retreat center window. This is the darshan. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to bring you all to our program. And let me change the original song for musician. Okay. The backstage. Okay. The backstage of the Back to Bhakti Basics. Very good to see. Okay. stairs. We were in the top floor, and we are heading our program over there, but it's an area. Maybe it's a bit chilly in the morning, but we change it here. And here's a program.
And to approach that department. Then we pray for the final closest connection or permanent membership as a servitor there. This has been taught by Srila Raghunath Das as the highest achievement of the living being. Das Goswami lived for 16 years continuously in the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Swarup Damodar. And where did they live? After they disappeared from this world, Raghunath Das, disgusted with his future prospect, went to Vrindavan to finish his life. But when he met Rupa and Sanatana, he saw another vision, a dream of a new life. Then he found, although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had disappeared.
Now you can go to Instagram of Sri Govinda Farm. We are live on Instagram. You can hear the beautiful voice of Keshavananda Prabhu reading a book of our Srila Guru Maharaj, and everybody is going to be very happy. Hope you could see, could had a darshan of the domes and the beautiful devotees, and I'm out. Dandavati devotees, this Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.